Where's our clerk? All right, good evening, everybody. Thanks so much for coming out tonight. I always love it when we got a crowd out there. This is our business meeting, and at our business meeting every month, we take the opportunity to honor a resident that has gone above and beyond to help make our community a better place. And this month, we have Pete Shaw, so come on up here, Pete. Oh, yeah, I know. I think he brought his posse with him. So this month's resident of the month is a lifelong resident of Malta. The only years that he didn't actually reside here in Malta were the years he was in Cobleskill, going to college, and even then, technically, his address was probably still Malta. He likes to remind me that even though I'm supervisor, I'm still a carpetbagger because I wasn't born here like him. And for those of you out there that don't know what a carpetbagger is, I'll let you know later, you young people. Anyway, Pete has been a member of the Malta Ridge Volunteer Fire Company for 48 years. He has served as chief for 26 of those years. He also is a member of the Town of Malta Emergency Management Committee, and he's on the Saratoga County Fire Advisory Board. Peter retired as a career firefighter for the city of Saratoga Springs. At the time, he was the assistant chief. Pete also was inducted into the Ballston Spa Athletic Hall of Fame for soccer, wrestling, and baseball, I think back in 2019. Is that what I was told? So congratulations, and thank you for your service to the town of Malta and Saratoga County. Now, you get to go get pictures taken with everybody.
Okay.
You can if you want. Okay. Congratulations. All right, now I'll ask you to stand if you can, as while we salute the flag and have a moment of silent prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. I will now entertain a motion to accept the minutes for the town clerk for our 7:28 meeting.
So move.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Comments from town residents?
Kathleen Mason, 11 Stony Point Road. Good evening. This is in regards to the upcoming workshop on August 20th, when you will be discussing updating the criteria for planned development districts in Malta. We all know that development is happening at a fast pace in our town, and many residents are not happy about it. Many of us moved here because it was a quiet community. However, growth to some extent is inevitable. There are many aspects of development that the board has no control over. If a development fits the current zoning standards for a particular property, then that building will be allowed. Planned development districts, also known as PDDs, are a different entity. And you're going to have the opportunity to make a big impact on how this type of development can be limited in our town. A PDD application asks to make an exception to the zoning code and to the town comprehensive master plan. These applications almost always ask to create more density than a property is currently zoned for. The city of Saratoga Springs and the town of Wilton have both put density caps on their planned development districts. The maximum density permitted in Saratoga Springs is not more than 20% over the zoning. And in Wilton, there is a cap of 35% density over the zoning. We are asking the town of Malta to put a similar density cap on PDDs. This will eliminate developers who want to build developments that are way over the current zoning code of a property, and will also stay in line with our town comprehensive master plan, which discourages the use of PDDs. In addition, we're asking the board to have a clearer vision for public benefits, which are required by a developer when building a PDD. We believe that allowing more development in one area should be balanced out by conservation in other areas, and that at least part of the public benefit should be a contribution to land conservation in the town. Our PDD study group will be reaching out to you all prior to the PDD workshop to discuss these concepts further. Your concern in this matter is appreciated by us and all of the residents in Malta who are concerned about the rate of growth in our town. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kathy. And before that workshop, I'll make sure that you have the proposed, what we'll be discussing that night, so. Anybody else? Comments from the public? Well, you'll have another opportunity at the end of the meeting. So next is comments from town board members and department heads. I do have a couple of things. First, I want to read a correspondence from someone from camp that was forwarded to me. Hello, Kristen. Meaning Kristen Gottman, our Parks and Rec Director. I wanted to send a note out to say how much Sujay and we enjoyed the Malta Summer Camp. This was our first year at Malta Camp, and we were very impressed at how well it was organized and all the activities that were done. We're hoping to be back next year for both our kids. And registrations for the full-day camp open in February. Do you have a tentative date? Is that too early? But anyway, hope to see you again next year. Thank you again. So our camp is popular and affordable and apparently well-liked. Wednesday night is the last in the concert series, and it's a children's series. It's Mr. Twisty. So that's a children family-friendly event. The community center starts at 6, probably lasts about an hour. Kathy alluded to workshops. I just want to make sure everybody knows we have 3 workshops scheduled in our continuing efforts at redoing our zoning. The first is the workshop that will be involved with planned development districts, solar, battery storage, and chickens. Chickens doesn't quite fit in there, but we need to put it someplace. That will be on August 20th at 4 p.m. Next will be the general rezoning of the code, chapter 167. That will be on August 27th, again at 4 p.m. And then we'll have a separate workshop for farm-based code, which is the zoning in our downtown, sort of a different style zoning than regular zoning. And that will be on September 4th at 4 o'clock. Anybody else, any department heads or board members have anything?
All I got to say is everyone enjoying their summer just like I am. Just be a little safety conscious out there. There's a lot of accidents happening out there that I'm well aware of that's been happening. That probably avoidable, and a lot of young kids out there. So just keep an eye out. A little safety conscious, won't hurt anybody for the summer.
Thanks, Al. Well, we'll move into our agenda. We have 2 discussion items on here. The Maltaville change order, we've had, for anybody that may not know, we're building a water system down in Maltaville, and We have encountered some subsurface conditions that were not identified in the original bid documents. So we're kind of going back and forth with the people building it, the contractor, to figure out what costs we should pay for these additional subsurface conditions. So we here have been talking about it for a couple of weeks, but I have nothing new to report. So the next thing on our agenda is a discussion of Lakeview Landing roads, and I would like to ask that at the advice of our attorney, I'm asking for a motion to enter into an executive session to discuss a resolution to a dispute regarding the Lakeview Landing roads as authorized by Section 105(1) of the Public Officers Law. For this executive session, I would like to invite Joe Lanero from Labella and, of course, Roger Crandall, our highway superintendent. So I'll entertain a motion.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Is it possible to move it to the end of our meeting and conduct the rest of our business so that our audience is not sitting here waiting for us to return?
I prefer not, but
I like that idea.
I'm just asking the question. I have not made a motion.
Either way, fine with me.
any advice?
Well,
Accept it.
I don't know where the direction of the meeting will go, but if there's going to be any action, it would have to be back in public, so we can't take action in executive session. So, there's a reason we may be reporting back to the town. So whether we do it now or later, if they want to stick around, they would need to know. We also do have the other party, Mr. Samuscott's present, and perhaps if we resolve it, then it's one less person that needs to stay for the rest of the meeting. But it's up to the board how you run your meetings, and the proper timing of it is really in your discretion.
May I ask another question?
No, yes.
Will Mr. Crandall be invited to
Yes.
join the meeting?
That's-
Thank you.
Yes.
I don't know about you, I'm all in favor of, the people sitting in front of us, taking care of our business at the end. If there's a sense of urgency that I'm not aware of, are we under any kind of clock, time watch or anything like that?
We're paying Joe Lanero by the hour. But if we can get through the rest of the business in a timely fashion, then
I
if
agree
that's-
with Barbara.
If that's the favor of the board, then we'll carry on with tonight's action items. The first one is the State Farm Plan Development District Overlay rezoning. We had a presentation last week from Mr. Rosenblum, who would like to rezone is asking that we rezone two properties on Route 67, east of Mohawk Chevy to C7. This is similar to what we did for Mohawk Chevy before. It's exactly the same thing. This application was submitted before the moratorium was even discussed, and the requested changes are also recommendations in the proposed rezoning. So
moved.
Okay. This is to set a public hearing August 25th at 6 PM and refer to the Saratoga County Planning Board. So I got moved. Any second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is to extend the due date for water payments for the town of Stillwater. Some of our water customers are in the town of Stillwater, and there has been some confusion about how we were going to get paid for the capital charges. And so they have requested that we extend the due date for the payments that Stillwater owes us to September 1st. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
So, they're gonna pay us by 1 September.
They're going to pay us by 1 September,
How much?
make us whole. $38,314 and change,
Okay.
right?
Ka-ching.
Yeah.
All right.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is the town needs to give its consent for the Malta 5K, which is the Saturday after Labor Day. And this race, as you know, is a popular race, and all of the proceeds go to first responders and veterans. So entertain a motion to approve that.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next, we presented last week a key and key fob policy. This policy establishes procedures and responsibilities for the issuance, use, security, and return of physical keys and electronic key fobs issued to employees by the town. The purpose is to safeguard town property, ensure employee accountability, and maintain a secure work environment. We have keys everywhere, and we don't know who has keys, so we're hoping to get a handle on that. Entertain a motion?
If I get one in the future, so moved.
Second.
I don't know if you can be trusted, though. Any discussion?
Ready? It's one less thing I got to carry. I deny my key now. I don't need it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Amend section 709 of the health insurance for retirees in the employee handbook. We had a request by a former employee to be able to enroll in a different plan. We offer for our retirees for a Medicare Advantage plan, the CDPHP plan in other areas of the state. That's not the most effective plan, so what we're proposing is to amend the handbook to allow retirees to opt out of our plan and instead receive an in lieu of payment of $800 annually. It amounts to close to the same amount as what they would be, what the benefit would be were they using the CDPHP.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Take the next two together. One is to authorize the assessor and the valuation assistant to attend the New York State Assessors Association Fall Conference in Lake George. And the number 7 is to authorize the town clerk to attend the New York State Town Clerks Association Regional Training September 21st and 22nd in Alexandria Bay.
So moved.
Second.
This is for items, what, 6 and 7?
This is 6 and 7.
Okay.
Oh, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next up is, we discussed last week, the filing of a grant application with the Hudson River Valley Greenway to fund a feasibility study for the management of docks, moorings, and other structures on Saratoga Lake. Has been some confusion about this, as it turns out. The application fee, which is $2,800, would be shared with the 4 municipalities, so it would be $700. Also, the grant would be a grant of $30,000. The entire project would be $70,000. Each of the 4 municipalities would be required to contribute $10,000 to the project. There's been some confusion about the project. I did print for each of you correspondence that we got from Christina Connolly, the executive director at SLIPID, that kind of explains some of it. So basically, the feasibility study is to evaluate structures on the shoreline and identify possible problems that impact safety, stormwater runoff, and the ecology of the lake. In the meeting with the other municipalities, which are the city of Saratoga Springs, the town of Saratoga, the town of Stillwater, and the town of Malta. The town of Malta is more than half of the shoreline is within the town of Malta. So we're the biggest stakeholder really in this. In meeting with the other municipalities, we thought that it would be advantageous if we all got together and discussed whatever issues there might be and come up with some sort of solutions. So basically, then there would be consistency around the lake. It wouldn't be, be across one border and there's another, guidelines or whatever. This grant won't necessarily result in regulations, and we aren't really committed to the town of Malta to imposing any regulations. It's really just basically a study to see what's going on out there where problems might exist. Everybody understands that enforcement of any sort of regulations would be problematic, but doing absolutely nothing only increases the problems out there. The other municipalities have agreed to move forward with this grant application. And I suggest that we do also.
So moved.
And is there a second?
Second.
Discussion.
Yes. I don't know, a couple questions. What's precluding the guy or girl from filling out the grant application today unless they get paid? Is that what it is?
Yes.
So don't we have our own grant, Rick, crack committee guys? Don't you guys do grants? I'd rather give him the money than somebody else, right?
Well, first of all, it's an intermunicipal arrangement so that it's with all the other,
All right.
and even Rick has found that our grant committee, finding the grants is one thing, filling them out is a specialty thing. This woman that we're proposing to hire has done the same application in other areas, Lake George being one of them.
All right, so we're gonna walk this out, so she does the grant, because she got the right verbiage to get it passed, and they're gonna get a $30,000 grant, and then we're gonna supplement with 40,000,
Well, the town of
10
Mal-
each, right? And they're gonna come up with, I'm sure, a big list of things that they recommend to do, that we should do or not do, and not hold regulations to it, then what are we doing?
I don't think it's necessarily doing stuff. It's basically studying to see what possibilities are out there.
Well, if someone's breaking the law right now, I think that's $70,000 just to tell us what we should be doing from from an outside agency. I'm not up for that.
I'm not a fan of it either. I mean, we have regulations in this town here that we have a hard time even following through with. And, Slippin has done a great job, but I cannot support something of that sort going forward.
I just think too, the agreement, since I read the support and documentation where Lippert actually says each municipality should come up with its own rules and regulations to monitor themselves first. For all of us, all the 4 towns to agree on something, I just don't see that happening, jumping into that. Anyhow, that's my opinion.
Barb?
I have no objection.
All right, I'll ask for a roll call vote.
Councilwoman Connor? Councilman Ricky?
Nope.
Councilman Warner?
No.
Supervisor Young?
Yes. So the motion fails. Next, award a bid to Dan's Hauling and Demo regarding the demolition services at a structure at 110 7th Street. That is a building on the lakefront property that we purchased. We feel that after evaluation, the last structure that is left on the property is really of no value to the town of Malta, so we would like to demolish it. We received 3 bids. The lowest bid was $28,000, and so that's who we want to hire.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I spent some time last week going through that home, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. But I am concerned that our town has still no plan for that park. We had a plan, but we don't anymore. And just to go ahead and make a rash decision going forward, I am not going to support this. Thank you.
Okay, I will call for a roll call vote, please, unless there's further discussion. Okay.
Councilwoman Connor?
Yes.
Councilman Ricky?
Yes.
Councilman Warner?
No.
Supervisor Young?
Yes. So that motion carries. We had a member of our Emergency Management Committee that retired from the New York State Police, so we want to appoint Sergeant Cassandra LaBelle from the New York State Police to replace Senior Investigator Andrew Warner to our Emergency Management Committee.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is to accept the comptroller's audit of the courts. She found that both the Court of Justice Fossey and the Court of Justice Woody,
Slopes.
Sloat, sorry.
He's only sitting in the back.
Basically, as a result of the procedures performed during normal accounting of the court, no material findings were noted. In closing, financial records of the town of Malta, town justices, both, two separate reports were maintained in a professional manner.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Are you sure about that, Julia? All right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We have budget transfers, several, well, one we won't have to do because of the slipped grant, so that, this can be modified to be, so the first budget transfer will not happen. The second is to recognize the spending of the Global Foundries grant for our theater, reallocate budget work conducted for stormwater, and the last is increased budget for traffic controls due to an increased need of signage.
Supervisor Young,
Yes,
before you move it, you should probably amend it to delete the first transfer. Right?
So move to amend the
All right.
Second on that.
so motion to amend it to,
Delete the
the
budget
first two
transfers
items.
related to slippage.
second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? And now I'll entertain a motion to pass the amended
So move.
resolution.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Don't be packing up yet.
We're going into the back, aren't we?
You got a walk-on resolution. You got it there in front of you. Proposing a walk-on resolution, the town of Clifton Park has a household hazardous waste day, and that is on Saturday, September 6th, 2025. So this resolution basically authorizes the town of Malta to participate in that in cooperation with the town of Clifton Park. The reason we're putting it on tonight is because our next meeting isn't until August 25th, and it would give Malta residents only a few days to actually be able to register. Malta residents will register with the town clerk of the town of Malta, and there will be a user fee of $60, which represents the estimated net cost to the town of Malta for the administration and disposal of hazardous waste. So I will entertain a motion for that.
So move.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Now I will entertain a motion to go into executive session for a discussion of, executive session to discuss a resolution to a dispute regarding Lakeview Landing roads as authorized by section 105(1) of the Public Officers Law. And we'll invite our Highway Superintendent Roger Crandall and Joe Lanaro from Labella to join us. Any motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're going to come back, though?
We're going to come back. I can't,
Yeah, we don't, there's no intended action tonight at this time, but I don't know what
But there-
will happen with the meeting, so
there will likely be further discussion when we come back about this matter, so
possibly.
possibly. So hang tight if you want. Go home if you don't want. Thanks for coming. You guys, hang tight. Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to.